I'm pleased now to invite Ms. Alaa Murabit, a representative of the Voice of Libyan Women and member of UN Women Global Civil Society Advisory Committee, to provide the voice of the youth at this opening meeting of the Commission.
Good morning, Madam Chairperson and distinguished colleagues and friends. It is truly an honor to be here among such esteemed company. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. Ever since I can remember, I have been told that I am impatient. This belief is not limited to me solely. According to many, my generation as a whole suffers from this character flaw. This impatience is judged to be worse once compounded by our inability to follow the rules. I, of course, choose very different terms to describe my generation. Rather than impatient, we are eager. We are eager to change broken systems, challenge corrupt institutions, and demand access to information and agency in decision-making processes that affect our lives. We are eager to exercise our right to be heard, and we are eager to hear the voices of others, even if we have to create the platform ourselves. Rather than an unwillingness to listen to the rules, we are exercising our right to engage rule makers in order to develop or modify policy to ensure that it respects all human rights and dignity. And where did we learn this from? You, your generation. 15 or 20 years ago, the very people in this room were the first rule breakers and interrupters who my generation looks up to. The women and men at Beijing in 1995 and those who demanded and secured United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 in 2000. They taught me and others like me that being impatient and challenging the status quo is necessary. You taught my generation that the only way forward is through persistence and innovation. When I founded my organization in 2011 at the age of 21, I was, and continue to be at most times, the youngest person in nearly every room. Most of my youth colleagues and friends chose to give their attention to issues they felt had more space for them. That is to say, they felt naturally propelled towards youth and media groups and private businesses, spaces where their innovation, energy, and networking abilities would shine. At the time, by giving my attention to gender inequality, I was an outlier. But over the past few years, I am happy to say that has changed. From Freedom Square to Times Square here in New York, youth are demanding to be heard and inspiring others to raise their voices. Whether it is extremism, war, climate change, and economic stability, women alongside men continue to stand up for what is right. Our mastery of media, traditional and alternative, gives us a unique ability to amplify our voices, interconnect, challenge received ideas, and mobilize in unprecedented ways. Through my own work, I have seen the legitimacy of women peace builders often questioned. I myself have been personally told that I do not understand the realities of security because I choose not to carry a gun. Despite living and working in a dictatorship, revolution, and now a civil war. My experience is not unique. The price of admission for a seat at a peace talk seems to be a weapon. And while security experts have a singular focus on hard power, women peace builders are leading the fight against extremism by challenging its root causes. Women peace builders, including those in my own organization in Libya, are making change right now around the world. We walk into extremists' homes, schools, and workplaces, and through informal education and dialogue, we hand the community words and tools to fight with. These are weapons to fight against violence, poverty, fear, injustice, and corruption, the very roots of extremism. We give confused youth weapons of peace against a ruthless enemy that wants to drag them into war, and we give broken communities weapons of strength and empowerment. In my opinion, this is as hard as power can get, and these are the weapons which should be a prerequisite for sitting at the peace table. Though the effort to engage women and youth for peace-building initiatives is not new, my generation has contributed many new ideas and innovations to the struggle. Our passion for engaging women and youth in peace building, coupled with our proficiency with new technologies and our utilization of existing systems in an ever-changing social sphere, make our contributions invaluable. But we are only building upon the foundations of our predecessors, and we cannot continue to build higher without your guidance and knowledge. As we open this 59th session of the Commission of the Status of Women, we must remember we can make faster, greater progress if we empower the millions of women peace builders, activists, and citizen entrepreneurs around the world, making a difference in their community every day. Now more than ever, women need to stick together to promote our collective safety and dignity, and to nurture our message, a message which can travel only as far as our voices project it. Though our contributions take ever-changing new forms, and we are only now finding our voices, the message of my generation is not new. It is the message of your generation and generations before it. It is the spirit of Beijing. It is the refusal to be ignored, overlooked, and minimized. It is a message of no more violence, no more gender caps in the economy, in politics, or in the home. Now imagine how much stronger and louder that message can be with all of us together. A voice that calls for nothing less than equality in every sphere of life, in every region, in every country. Not in 100 years, not in 50 years, but starting now. Let's give the next generation something great to look forward to. Thank you.